Hello, and welcome to Candid Coach Conversations. I am Coach Miley, and with me is Coach Shunta. Good morning, Shunta.
Good morning.
And today we have taken over the podcast.
Yeah.
As you can tell, Kimberly has allowed us to hold the mic for this week, and we're really excited. And Shunta, how has your week been?
My week has been phenomenal because I have a countdown to my trip. I'm going on a 1-week vacation to Puerto Rico, so I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's a well-deserved vacation.
And it's a family vacation, like all 4 of us, and that has never happened. So I'm super excited about that.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you said Puerto Rico?
Yes, ma'am. 32 people.
Whoa. Wow. You mean your whole family?
Well, it's the 4 of us. So my husband, my daughter, and my son. That's what I really mean. However, yes, it includes, 28 more people?
What?
So my sister is turning 40. And so her goal was 40 for 40. So she came up short, but I don't think she's too disappointed with 32 people going to Puerto Rico with her.
Wow, that's a monumentous event. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like 20-something people are going to be in one house together for a week.
Wow.
Exciting.
Okay. Bold. Yeah. And gosh, I've heard so many good things about Puerto Rico. So I hope you all really enjoy. Get some
Thank you.
sun,
Thank
sand, and beach in for me.
Yes. How's your week been?
It's been actually really good. I don't know if you can hear my dog. She is very excited about her week. Yeah, solid week, solid things going on. I think I need to put a vacation on the calendar though, because I'll take some of that energy.
Please do. I think that vacations are important, staycations are important. So even a one night out and just away from your home environment, going and renting a room and just giving yourself the freedom to not do anything is so important.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, I've been talking to some friends on doing a staycation into Austin. Yep.
Mhm.
So I might figure out what that looks like.
Yes. Keep us
Yeah.
posted.
Yeah, absolutely. And fill up my own cup. You and I were talking, we were looking at the calendar and that our next retreat, planting seeds for 2027, was coming up.
Yay!
And then I would love to know, like, how in the world, what was your journey on being a part of retreats and how did that come about?
Wow, that is a very, very great question. So it's twofold, right? So sit back and bear with me.
Back and enjoy. We like a good story.
Yes. Okay, so when I started my coaching career, prior to starting my coaching career, I always believed that I was built for greatness. However, I didn't know exactly what that looked like, who that was going to have me around, or where I was going to go with that. I would even say younger, I was like, oh, I want to be a motivational speaker, not knowing exactly what that meant, what that entailed, what was that. I was just like, I want to speak to people and help them, right? And so then I didn't know that they had conventions, they had conferences, they had workshops and things until I met Kimberly. And so I was invited to Growth Day, went there, enjoyed it, loved it, hired her as my coach. And when I hired her as my coach, whoa, boogie. Yeah, like when you hire a coach, get ready to go full throttle.
Yes.
I don't think I've slowed down since. Life has happened and I'm still moving, shaking, going, doing things. Like whatever you tell your coach, she's going to push you through to that. And it's great because I had mentioned like, I think I want to become a motivational speaker. And so she was like, great. I was in my internship for becoming a licensed professional counselor. And so we had supervision hours that we had to get every week. So she was like, you're going to start presenting to supervision or suggested. I was like, okay. And not even knowing what to present, what to say to people. I mean, some were old, some were younger, some were experienced, more experienced than me. I'm still trying to get the counseling thing underway. And now you want me to go talk to people and speak to people like shy, scared, nervous, like what? However, when you hire a coach, you do it, right? You hire them to push you. You hire them to be your accountability partner. So I was like, okay, let's go. Let's do it. So did that, loved it. And I mean, it really just seems like it's been a ripple effect ever since. Like I spoke at my mom's where she was a homeless resident. So she was a resident at a homeless shelter. And then she worked her way up and became the kitchen manager. And so she was a kitchen manager there, and they asked me to speak there. So that was such an honor and such a privilege to be able to go and speak to the women that poured into my mom, or the place that poured into my mom and others. So love that. And then I believe Kimberly hosted a When Life Throw You Lemons Make Lemonade retreat. And I went there and I was like, well, this is a little bit more closer to home than Growth Day. Because, when I went to Growth Day, I said, I want to be on that stage one day. And then when Kimberly did her retreat, I was like, oh, so I, Shunta, never done this before, made a bold declaration that retreat that I would be speaking at the next retreat.
Okay, hold on. In what way did you make this bold declaration?
I said it out loud. I stated it out loud at the retreat that I was going to be speaking at the next retreat.
Okay.
Yes! Cannot believe I did that.
Oh, like with your whole chest.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, I yeah, when you speak things and when you write things down, it's like the magic just starts to happen. And so I don't even know if Kimberly planned on doing more retreats or how did that even come about. But like we just sat and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I spoke at 5 of her last retreats.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. Put that into existence.
And
Yeah.
it's been phenomenal. Like it's been a growth curve. It's been a whole learning experience trying to get over my nerves. I don't even know if I'm ever over my nerves because each experience is different. However, my prayer is still the same, that I may say something that impact and make a difference in someone's life to help change their ripple effect, their generations.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's absolutely tremendous.
Thank you. That's my
And
story. Love
what
it.
a journey. Like, what a journey. Like, as I hear you share kind of your pathway, I think it's so fabulous because I've heard, FYI, it's been on our podcasts in the past, how you have figured out, like, hey, I want to speak this into existence. And you started with speaking at supervision. I actually just listened to that podcast. And then I've heard Kimberly's side of like she's kind of always had this in her heart to do retreats, and her and her husband have been working on it and figuring out how they do so and how they create that, right? And the lemons, what was it?
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Yes, which was her first like curated retreat that she hosted, which was amazing. I've seen the pictures, I've heard the stories. I was not able to attend. And then it was twofold. I went to a retreat. I was brand new to kind of the Houston area, and I was getting myself settled, and I was doing supervision as well. And I went to my own retreat. It was phenomenal. I loved it. And I came out of it and I was like, oh gosh, how do I figure out how to do this? Like, I want to do that. Like, that's what I'd like to do. I think there's a way to do it. And with my military background, I've worked with veterans who have gone to retreats as well. And what people walk away with, right? And I'm talking like big infantrymen, right? Who may like scoff at the idea of feelings, like they go to retreats and like come out of it with just greater insight, greater growth, and like greater connection for themselves. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, how do I be a part of that? And what I heard was like all three of us, plus the concept, plus everyone else who's a part of the Live Life Fully community, have kind of come together, and it just gained momentum, and how it all kind of got built up because we all had this individual desire.
Yeah.
And how I think life, universe, God put us all in contact with one another to like grow this forward. And now we're about to host our 5th one.
Yes. Yes.
Like, what is that?
Amazing.
It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's tremendous. And so we've done renewal. We started with renewal.
Mm-hmm.
We've done planting seeds, and that was last year's planting seeds. So this year, we are doing planting seeds for 2027.
Yes.
We
New
did
Year.
New Year, New You.
Yes.
And what were you for that?
New You when was that one? Was that in April?
That was
Yes.
the one in January
Okay, so in April I was the butterfly
for
and I talked
spring.
about boundaries. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a segue on what Miley is talking about of how I don't know. I guess I got this bug to dress up. So my first ever speaking engagement was at the homeless shelter. And I wanted to not only make an impact with my words, but how I came into the room, what I provided the attendees with. So not only did I give like, excuse me, information for them to workshop and take away with, but I wanted to just be the whole package, right? And so my very first time I dressed up as captain of an airplane. And my whole thing, I had passports because you were about to take a flight and it was self-love flight 101. And you were going to learn how to love yourself. And so many times as women, as men, as whomever, entrepreneurs, just anyone, we give, give, give. We take care of others. We do for others. We do so much for others that we forget to take care of ourselves. And so that's truly my message that I wanted to hone into to those women in the shelter, to anyone that has come to our retreats, that you are important and that you matter. And that if you want to live your life and take care of others, great. However, if you don't start taking care of yourself first, you won't be there to help and take care of others. And I've seen that in so many different avenues of my life where you're the caretaker or you're the mom or you're the wife or you're the provider, you're this person to everyone that your health goes last and your self-care and self-love just goes last. And it's like, oh, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. Well, your body and your ailments will start making you have time to start taking care of you. And sometimes by then it's too late. So I said out there to say that I love dressing up. And so with that one, I got the bug and I loved it. So the very first time I dressed up as the captain of your plane, captain of your self-love flight. And then the second one, I was the sun goddess. And it's still, sun goddess of self-love. Butterfly, when I dressed up as the butterfly, it was more about setting healthy boundaries, which is still self-love, right? You have love and you have respect for yourself. And so therefore you set those healthy boundaries. And then my most recent for Live Life Fully, my most recent one was I dressed up as the boxer. And that one was me versus me. And that one was really dear to my heart because a lot of times it's so easy for us to blame our past, blame bosses, blame the world on our problems, blame the world on what we're going through. However, as long as you're giving someone else control over your life, you're not able to change your life. The moment you take accountability and control of your life, your problems, your situation, whatever the case may be, the moment you have the ability to change it. And so me versus me was just explaining that you got to get out of your own way, take accountability of your actions, and make your life the life that you want to live with intention and purpose. And then we have a separate side, the collective, where I dressed up as the lighthouse keeper. And I love that as well. I love the meaning that it had I like all of them actually. It's really fun and creative to actually play the role, dress up as the role, and I go all out. So if you haven't been to one, I encourage you to come because my dress ups are a surprise. No one really knows until the day of.
They are. I think we're gonna have to start keeping it quiet and then maybe doing little peek previews and having people guess. I think that would be so great.
Yes.
And so, yeah, so you do create this whole package and this whole experience. And I love how you kind of envision that from the get-go to figure out how they get a very real holistic kind of concept. And so at our retreats, right, I'd love to share like what an attendee would be able to experience and get so that they understand what they're signing up for and what they're walking into. And so if you could pick three main ideas, right, that an attendee would get by signing up and coming to a Live Life Fully retreat, what would that be?
3 main ideas that an attendee would get from a retreat. Okay. One, I think our main purpose is reset, right? It's the reset, refocus, and recharge because like I just stated, really, like we're so busy taking care of everyone else that we forget to take care of ourselves. And so when I say reset, we just started implementing. So you're getting a sneak peek if you listen to this podcast, silent retreats. And I attended a silent retreat before, and mine was a day, like 8 hours,
Whole
silent
day.
retreat.
Right.
Yes, silence, like not even talking to tell you it's food time. And to be honest, it was really amazing. It was good. I've never really completed a coloring sheet, like the adult coloring books. It took me 3 hours, however, I did it. Filled the time.
Yeah.
However, the time that I was able to sit with myself was beautiful. Like to try to just quiet my brain. Like how many times like we can't even quiet our brains at night because we're thinking. And so just to reset and say, you know what, it's time to quiet your brain, it's time to relax, and it's just time to focus on you. It's time to pour into yourself. You have 3 to 6 speakers. So you have different perspectives of people telling you that you matter, take care of you, and who are you, right? Trying to find your identity. We have somatic exercises. So we do some different things. So it's not just it, and it's a workshop. Like we want you to gain some knowledge about you and what does that look like? Who are you? And how can you grow? How can you get to the next level? So essentially, it's a coaching session with 4 to 6 different perspectives of coaching you through an event. Like, and you can come to every retreat and get free coaching.
And we've had a few guests who have come to multiple retreats who also shared that they get something different out of it each time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And we will coach you through some things.
Yep. I like this. Reset, refocus, and recharge. And
Yes.
so we would love to invite you to Planting Seeds for 2027. It's going to prepare you, right, on how we want to move into our new year. And we will do it 3 months ahead of schedule so we can use that time wisely and get ourselves set up for success and what success looks like. And Shunta, what day is that?
October the 3rd.
So you can go to our website and check that out and sign up. Sign up now because we still have early bird special occurring and prices are still at early bird discount. So absolutely check that out.
Yes, llfully.com/retreats.
Very, very exciting. And we're excited to see you there. So let's figure out what continued reset, refocus, and recharge looked like. I love this.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Shunta, this has been so lovely.
It has. Thank you for taking over podcast.
Yeah, we might have to try this again.
I agree.
Okay, outstanding. All right, all, we wish you a great week and we will talk to you later.
Bye.